Welcome, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm the Director of Marketing here at Bravo. I'm joined by Taylor and Christy. We're just our Bravo experts of the day. Thank you all for joining us. We're here to talk about push notifications and how to unlock the power of push notification as a simple, cost-effective alternative to text messaging. I also would like to call out that our new EVP, Paul Sanford, is on this call too. He's our new EVP of Product and Engineering, so he's kind of feeling out how we do today on this webinar, and also just seeing how we do things here at Bravo, getting more plugged in, and y'all will get to see more of him and meet more of him in the coming months. He's been an incredible asset to us already, and I'm excited for y'all to get to meet him too. So a little bit about Bravo as we dive in. The company was established in 2010. We've kind of positioned ourselves as industry leaders with this over a decade of experience now helping pawn and firearms dealers. We really have our roots in these industries and a lot of expertise there. We pride ourselves on innovative technology, that we've been pioneering the use of mobile apps and push notifications in these industries. We know that they're underserved and can be behind in a lot of ways with these aspects in particular that are really more and more important every day to consumers. So we really focus a lot on innovating in that space. And then customer centric. We try really hard to keep our customers like providing them solutions that meet the needs of their businesses and meet their customers where they are to make them just as competitive as big box stores down the street. So it's a little bit about us.
All right, so moving into the challenges. So not challenges necessarily with push notifications, but the challenges with text messaging, which has become like a staple for so many businesses to use. And what's happened in the past or over the past couple of years is registration. So what is registration? Like how do businesses fail? What can be done about it? So just to back up a little bit, all the text message providers decided a couple of years, hey, we need to clean up this landscape. We've got a lot of bad actors in here sending messages that consumers do not want to receive. So the idea is let's all get together, T-Mobile, US Cellular, whoever else, and let's hire like a third party. And let's let them, set the rules, we'll approve them, and they'll decide who gets registered or not. So what happens is as you decide, as of late September of last year, you decide you want to start text messaging customers, you want to do marketing, reminders, what have you. Now you have to register. So you go, you fill out this registration form, and turns out we are in industries that are now, I'm sure, we're used to it, right? There's discontinuance that happens within our industries all of the time because we deal with loans, we deal with guns, right? And there have been actors in this area that have maybe messed it up for us. So now we're all treated the same. So when they go out to look at your companies, they're going out everywhere, right? They're looking at your website, they're looking at your Facebook page. And when they see something they don't like, they decide, well, we're not gonna pass this person. Registration failure. Do they tell us why? No. There's no set rules or regulations. What we have been able to figure out is by having customers maybe remove firearms from their website or using their official legal name on paperwork, like maybe Christie's Enterprises as opposed to Christie's Pawn and Gun, is getting some people registered. However, if your legal name has either loan or pawn or gun in it, the registration is failing. So what can be done? Not a lot. Like I said, you can go out, you can try to remove this stuff and to get included into SMS, but we do have customers we haven't been able to get through. Once you get through, if you do get through, then we're talking about restrictions. What you can send, when you can send it, and the consent. So is it implied consent or did they actually opt in? Did you do a double opt-in? And then finally, another challenge is high cost. Well, text messaging actually is probably one of the most affordable ways to get in touch with your customer. Push notifications is substantially less. For Bravo, it's 2 cents versus 7 cents. So that is a 5-cent difference per communication. So those are some of the challenges with text messaging. So again, the good news is with push notifications, we have got solutions for all those. So with Bravo, you're in the club. There's no paperwork to fill out. You don't need to change your website, come in with a different name. You're in the club as long as you are a Bravo customer. We don't read or filter any of your content. You can say firearm, gun, ammo, loan, pawn. You're free to use all of those words when you use push notifications. Again, we talked a little bit about cost effectiveness. So 71% less money goes into sending a push notification versus that text message. And then the sky is the limit. Again, promotions, reminders, updates, you're not limited. We mentioned Paul is on the phone. He has some really exciting things I used to be able to give you sneak peeks into, but you're just gonna have to wait. But we do have more options coming your way for push notifications, so they'll be even more meaningful. So to get you started, we get it. Having a starting point to jump off from is always easiest. So we got the project rolling for you by creating templates. So we did a pretty wide net in terms of segmenting your customers. So it's, loan customers for our pawnbrokers, or layaways. So very big, wide nets for you guys to start off. And the idea is that you're going to customize these templates. You'll save them, and then you'll be able to use them over and over again. And that's why Taylor is here on the call to show you exactly how you can access these templates to start, how you can customize them, how you can save them and go back and use them over and over again. And that's where the power really comes in, is in the customization. And that's where we're going to spend a lot of time in just a moment here. So not only did we create these reports for you in Bravo you can use, but we also created message templates. So they are ready to use out of the box. We created 50 of them for pawn shops as well as retail FFLs. Again, they're ready for your customers. You just go ahead and slap your brand right on them and send them out. How did it come up with 50? I'm just taking a moment to talk about AI. So it took me all of 30 seconds. I am a Google Gemini person. I went into Gemini. I was like, hey, Gemini, I'm doing a push notification webinar. My customers are pawnbrokers and they're FFL retailers. They do loans, they do buys, they do layaways, they do repairs, they do consignments. Help me come up with 50 messages. And boom, that's what you guys are going to get. So feel free to go into any AI and do something similar. Tell them a little bit more about your business, or maybe some of the special things that you offer. You want to get word out to your customers and let AI do the work for you. So that could be hundreds of messages. So without further ado, I think we are moving on to Taylor. So Taylor, if you want to take over, I am going to have you first show us the handout that we're going to send at the end of this meeting, and how to find the pre-built templates that we created in Bravo. So if you can show us that core customer identifiers for marketing, I see what it is. How do I find that in Bravo?
Yeah, of course. So you have your core customer identifiers for marketing and everything that's going to be in the ad hoc, and then the messages that you will be able to send. So in Bravo, we will go to our customers tab here on the right-hand side and select ad hoc reporting. And then we're going to go under our saved report. That's something that we'll be able to share with you guys. We're going to go core customer identifiers. It's going to populate that report, and we're going to click OK. And that's going to pull the report up for us.
Perfect. So let's now run a campaign. on responsible gun ownership for everybody on this list, and that's message 26. And
All
go
right.
ahead and add a discount, maybe. Give 'em a good deal.
Okay, you got it. So we'll just come in here, super easy. So I can go into 26 and I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to go back into Bravo. And the first thing we want to do with our report here is we want to make sure that we're talking to everyone that is activated currently. Now we have our full list, and I can grab a couple of customers or all of these customers. On the right-hand side, I can go to send mobile message. We'll select Mobile Pawn here at the bottom. We'll make today as the event date and the event time. And we'll put in our message. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this in, and we can customize it. So if we want to go ahead and give that discount, we'll read through here and make sure everything is what we want it to be. And then we can put in %10 discount. And then once we put that in, we can hit send. That's going to go ahead and send that event out to those customers. And hopefully you get some more people coming in the doors wanting to take advantage of that discount.
Awesome. So if I wanted to send it to every customer on this list, how would I choose the entire list?
Yeah, absolutely. So all we're going to do there is select Control A, and then we can click send mobile message again. That is going to send that to everyone on our list here.
Beautiful. All right, so let's switch gears. I'm a pawnbroker. Sales have gone gangbuster this summer. I've got a boatload of cash. I got to get it on the street. Let's do some loan bumps. So this time, let's go into the loan buy ad hoc. And why don't you go ahead and create us a custom report for loan bumps? And I've got a message number 2 we'll use. And you got to create this one from scratch. So we're going to show you how to create your very own report from scratch.
Go. So what we'll do for those loan bumps is we'll select our status here, and we're going to grab everything that is on loan currently. And then we're going to hit OK. And then it's going to pull those customers up for us. So one really nice thing is when we pull these reports up, they are customizable. So if we need to maybe know not only the amount of that loan, but our estimated value here, I can go into my column chooser and I can select my estimated resale value for that item. It's going to add that column here on the right, and we want to see what loans we have some equity in. So maybe we have some customers that have some high loan amounts here or some low loan amounts that can get a lot more money. We can come in and say, okay, you know, somebody may have gotten a $200 loan and that item's value is $600. So maybe we want to shoot them a message and say, hey, we could get you another $100 on that loan, get some more interest flowing in. So we can go through these, and the first thing I want to do again is just make sure we're using or talking to everybody that has Mobile Pawn activated. And then I can scroll through my list and say, we have a really good example here. It's a $4,000 loan. That estimated resale value is at $15,000. So I want to send them a message, and then I can go through and kind of pick and choose these. So if I want to go through and say that would be a good one there, maybe we're maxed out on one of these loans, we can skip over that one. And then we'll scroll down here and we can grab some through the list. And then when we're ready to go ahead and send out that message, we can click on our Mobile Pawn or go ahead and send mobile message by right clicking. And then I'm going to grab that template there after I put in my event time.
Message number 2. Good memory.
There we go. So we're going to grab number 2 here, copy that. And again, when we get back in Bravo, we can customize that if we want to, or if this sounds wonderful already, we have it set up. Hey, come in for a loan bump and get the extra funds you need today. We're going to go ahead and send that out to those 4 specific customers. And we're rocking and rolling, hopefully boosting a little bit of that loan amount within store.
Awesome. Before you move on, a couple things I want to point out. So like Taylor mentioned, you can go one by one. So he picked a few. But one of the advantages to going one at a time is you can look at the item view. So you're like looking at the item, you can see the description, you know, all of the information about it, but you also can flip between the item view and the customer view. So if you flip to the customer view, then we can also hit that contact history button there. And we can see, have we recently like solicited this person? Have we sent them a message yesterday? And then you can go back if you go ahead and click on one of the little phone thing, you can actually see the icon. You'll see the message that you sent them. So that way, you know, if you want to make sure you're not over messaging anybody, you can see each of the messages that you sent and make that decision one at a time. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a wonderful feature to be able to just really dive into some details to that customer and keep them happy.
Yep. All right, let's do one more custom report. And this time let's do, we just received a huge lot of firearms. So I want to go back and talk to everybody who put a firearm on layaway and let them know about my big new lot that I got. So let's do people who paid and picked up. They no longer have an active layaway, but they had put a firearm on layaway before.
All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to build out our report here. So we want to grab everyone that has paid on their layaways. We're going to select that as our status and hit OK.
Oh, you got to get away. Oh, you got to go back and get rid of the active.
Oh,
it's confused.
Here we go. No more active. All right. Now it's going to pull up that list. And again, we'll adjust for those that have mobile pawn to make sure we're reaching out to
everyone. Go back to ad hoc one more time. We got to grab the category. So if you do add criteria, because we want to talk to everybody who had put a firearms. Yeah.
Go.
There you go.
Get a little more specific there. Now we have our ad hoc report for specifically firearms. And then we have everybody that is activated. So we can go through and again, select these one at a time or select all of them. And I'm going to select everybody and we're going to grab our message template here. Which number was that, Chrissy? Is that
13?
13. Okay.
You like went right to it, you knew.
Making sure. So we'll copy that, jump back over to Bravo, and we're going to send that message. Send everything to Mobile Pawn. Go ahead and make that today. Give them something for the end of the day and select our message. So then we can come in here. We can say new arrivals. We're going to let everyone know their favorite item or their favorite firearm.
Yeah, firearm, boom, pistol, you can say it all. We don't mind.
Yeah, no restrictions there at all.
No restrictions.
So, yeah, so we can type that in and then hit send and send that message out. Now, one thing you can do once you have customized your ad hoc report, maybe you have a specific layout so you can see some information that is helpful for you to determine the customer that you're sending to. We have layouts here. When you have set up your columns, you can come up to your layout and name it. So we could say layaway marketing, and then we can save this.
You can
then-
also, the arrow you were just about on, I just want to point out, it says not shared. So you can keep a report just to yourself. You can share it store-wide. You can share it company-wide. You all won't see global. That's for us.
Yep, absolutely. And then once it's saved, you can go into your saved layouts and select that if you're ever trying to pull that up for maybe another report, or if we go back to ad hoc reporting, we can make that even a little more integrated. So I can come in here and I can say, okay, this report right here is crucial. So we're going to do firearm layaway report. And then we can choose our layout we just created. And then again, we can share this, either keep it in store or share it company wide, and hit save. And now anytime we go into this firearm layaway report, we don't have to choose that layout. Those are now together. So all we'll have to do if we need to come back to this at any point is come down to the bottom here, click on our drop down arrow and select that report and hit OK. And it's going to bring everything up for us. All you've got to do is click OK.
Beautiful. All right, before we move on, any questions in chat?
I don't see any questions in chat at the moment, but if you have them, please throw them in there. I also want to call out again, I'll be sending out a follow-up email with a recording of this webinar and also that resource that Taylor was scrolling through with all those templates in it. So you can copy and paste these messages in and run all those reports. Just some guidance there. So you all get that. You all will get that later this week.
All right, well, if there are no questions, we'll just move right along. Let me go ahead, I'm gonna reshare. Oh, there we go, share. Okay, let's talk about hard numbers and ROI. So, let me know, are you seeing the deck again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So this is one of my favorite things that I do every January is run these ROI reports. And essentially what I do is I take all of the customers that are using the feature versus all of the customers that aren't using the feature. And I say, what's the difference between them? A couple caveats are they have to be on Bravo for a full 12 months in order for them to be considered part of the numbers here. And then additionally, they had to take at least 50 payments, and that could have been like layaway payments or loan payments in the past 12 months. And what we found is that our pawnbrokers who offered mobile pawn to their customers, which is the way that you push notifications through the app, they're doing a ton more transactions, right? 28,000 plus more transactions. And some of the pawnbrokers on our network are taking up to 50% of their monthly payments using the app. So they don't have to do a gosh darn thing. I ran numbers last month, and on average, an in-store loan has an age of 58 days, while a mobile pawn loan has an average age of 168 days. So that is a whole heck of a lot more interest income that you're looking at by using this product. Additionally, our customers that used mobile pawn saw a $70,000 increase in their loan balance last year, while those who didn't use the product essentially had a flat loan balance. So it didn't go down, but it didn't go up. And then finally, mobile pawn users sold an extra $200,000 plus. The number one thing we hear when customers are like, I like the idea of letting my customers pay, and I love the idea of pushing them notifications, but I just really like my customers coming into the store. I like them to come in the store because then they see my merchandise, they grab it off the shelf, and they make that purchase. The reality is, a lot of times when customers are coming into your store to make a payment, they're making a payment because they don't have money to buy a brand new item. But what does happen a lot is the customers make the payment on the app, and the next button they push is that shopping button, right? Or when they come in to make the payment, that's when they put something on layaway. So that's where that extra is coming from. A lot more layaway transactions. Customers absolutely love layaways, but they hate driving all the way down to your store to make those payments. So it costs them a lot of time and money. And that's what the next slide's about. So this is about what you can gain, but it's really also about what your customers get, right? So 1.3 million hours saved. So we looked at, if it was a 20-minute round trip to a pawn shop, how many hours did we save consumers last year? $2.6 million. So that is collectively saved in time and gas, and that's assuming they're making 15 bucks an hour, right? And then back to the gas, 1.7 million gallons of gas. Again, that's at that 10-mile round trip. So that's about twice the volume of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. So that's just some of the things that Mobile Pawn did to help our consumers as well as our environment. So, any questions in the Q&A?
Not see any at the moment, but yeah.
All right. If there are none, then we are done.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. You want to
Well,
wrap it up, Rach?
yeah.
Put a big bow on it.
I want to thank Christy and Taylor for running through everything today. Thank you for taking the time to do this and showing off this amazing benefit to our customers. And to everyone watching or listening, please, I'll be sending out an email later this week with all the resources we covered today, this recording, so you can go back and watch it and share with your team so they can start implementing these tools as well. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. hello@bravostoresystems.com is the best way to reach all of us, and we'll get you in touch with the right people. And yeah, thank you all so much for your time today joining us, and we look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.